And my partner would shame me, choke me. He'll jump on me and strangle me.
It had never happened before. He always had a heart of gold, but lockdown definitely changed him.
He'd spit at me, tell me I'm disgusting.
He held me under hot water.
I've been speaking to charities supporting LGBT victims of domestic abuse. They've told me this year has already been their busiest yet, with thousands of people reaching out for support. However, so many of the LGBT people I've heard from have tried to deal with domestic violence alone. Sorrel is a 28-year-old trans woman. During lockdown, she was abused by a previous partner who suddenly became aggressive. Sorrel showed me a photo diary of what she went through.
Just the one of him hurting me around my neck. My eyes blue. It got so bad that I had to take sleeping tablets. I couldn't sleep at night, yes.
After months of this partner attacking her, Sorrel was suddenly kicked out. She was left homeless.
Leave my house right now. You got 15 minutes. No, he's like, this is it. This is your passport. You can go. He shut the door behind me, and I just remember sitting at the door crying.
You didn't report your ex to the police. Why not?
Because I didn't want to get him in trouble. I just thought that was going to probably make the situation worse.
Sorrel said she suffered in silence, but I went to meet someone who did reach out to the police for help.
One night, I was just getting in the shower and he stormed in. He tore the shower rail off the wall, held me under the hot water and started screaming in my face.
Research by equality charity Stonewall showed that LGBT people rarely went to the police about their experiences of domestic abuse. However, of those that did, more than half were not happy with the police's response. And that is how Zach feels.
Initially, the police said, "We will come and see you and we'll be there in an hour." But I waited an hour and the police weren't there. Then I waited another 4 hours and they still hadn't turned up.
2 months on, he still hasn't been visited by the police. They have now apologised and they've told me they're looking into it, but Zach doesn't think that's good enough, especially as the abuse continued.
He had access to my iCloud. He blocked my phone and computer.
Do you think the police response would have been different if you weren't a gay man?
Maybe I'm not viewed as being at risk.
LGBT anti-violence charity GALOP runs the UK's only domestic violence helpline specifically for LGBT people.
GALOP's national LGBT plus domestic abuse helpline has had its busiest year on record. We've been seeing more than double the number of contacts that we were seeing before lockdown.
LGBT people I've spoken to didn't know about the charities and support that's there for them. And sometimes they hadn't processed that what they were going through was even domestic abuse.
Where are these charities? Who are they? Why are they not visible? I still don't know them to this day, and I've kind of just been doing it by myself alone.
Even before the pandemic, I would say there wasn't enough being done to support LGBT plus survivors of domestic abuse. It's really important that we start talking about all of the kinds of people who can be affected by domestic abuse, because that's everybody.
Because I'm gay. It's taken me a while to realise that I'm a domestic violence victim